Hey guys, Mizy here, and welcome to Topics with Mizy, a not so much weekly series where I talk about what's ever on my mind, and the series is not really about the gameplay at all. Quick little note on the gameplay in the background though, it is a war between ALC versus ENC, and I thought this topic was fitting for my gameplay. If you don't know, ALC stands for Anime Lovers Community, and as you can tell by the topic, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite anime series. So as much of you know, a lot of you know that I'm a pretty big anime fan, considering all of my AMVs and my montage type stuff, so it gives you a pretty good general idea of the kind of fan that I am. And basically, I'm going to be going over, like I said, my top 10 favorite animes without giving away any spoilers, because that would not be good at all. But let's get right into this. At number 10, I have Shuffle. Now, Shuffle is one of those animes where there's a whole lot of, these girls going for that one guy, that main guy character that every guy, straight guy, wishes he could be. A lot of the times with these types of animes, though, the main guy character won't end up picking a girl. Most of the time, he'll have, like, these romantic moments with, separate girls, and a lot of the time the story will just kind of let you decide who's with who and whatever. But this one, he actually chooses somebody, so that's pretty cool. It's something different. And Shuffle starts out as a bit of a more funny romantic comedy type. That's what I went into when I was about to watch it. That's what I went into thinking it was going to be. But it actually does get pretty intense down the road, which something I was not expecting at all. And it's a really good romantic comedy type anime, and I recommend you check it out if you're into that sort of thing. And also a little something that I forgot to mention before I talked about that is, if you like animes, I recommend you check some of these out, look into them, see if they would be interest to you. At number 9, I have Baka to Test. Now, Baka to Test is definitely one of the funniest things I've basically ever seen in like any entertainment sort of things, whether it be YouTube, TV, movies, whatever. This is another type of anime where there's one guy who these other girls like. It's like a romantic type comedy, and it's just insanely funny. Like, I recommended this to a couple of my friends, and they thought it was extremely funny as well. So you should really check it out if you like comedy type stuff. It's really good. Now at number 8, I have Sorno Otashimono, or Heaven's Lost Property, and yeah, I know, 3 romantic comedies in a row. Now, I wouldn't really recommend this anime to younger viewers. It's definitely extremely funny depending on your sense of humor. There's quite a bit of suggestive things in there, so like I said, if you're younger, I wouldn't recommend you check this out, but it is extremely funny. It's definitely another one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And at number 7, I have F, A Tale of Melodies, and this anime is just, the story, the characters, everything is just so great about the show. And I love how the soundtrack is based around the violin, which adds so much more to the story in my opinion. And another thing that I really like about it is it's really poetic and deep, and this series is definitely really underrated in my opinion. It's also one of the saddest things that I've seen. You will probably cry while watching this. Just take it from me, it's really good, and I'd recommend you check it out. It's more of a drama, romantic type as well. Let's see here. At number 6, I have Steins Gate. Now, Steins Gate will definitely screw with your mind. I don't really know how to describe it without spoiling anything, but just trust me when I say that you definitely will not be disappointed while watching it. At number 5, I have Toradora. And I think we can all easily relate to the show with high school crushes and whatnot. I thought it was a bit slow at first, so that's why it's a bit lower on my list. But it definitely really picks up, and I could relate to a lot of the characters and things happening in this anime and some of their backstories, which just obviously makes it better for me. But I don't want to talk too much about that stuff without spoiling anything. At number 4, I have Hakuoki, and this show is based off the old Japanese Shinsengumi. What really touched me with this anime was the relationships the characters had with each other and how close like a random group of people can actually become. And I've never really been a fan of samurai animes, but this one is really powerful and really makes you feel a lot, especially with the bond of the characters and how just like a random group of people can actually become this strong family. And that's something that just really made me feel a lot, and it's definitely really good, and you should check it out. Number 3, I have Sword Art Online. I don't really know where to begin talking about this anime. I had always heard that it was overrated and not really worth your time, but that kind of, so when I was watching it, it kind of made me, or before I watched it, it made me a bit uneasy to start it. But a couple of my friends had just finished it and kept telling me that I needed to watch it, so I did. And once I started, I just fell in love with everything about it. The whole going into the world as a gamer, or going into the game that you're playing and actually being there really hit me, because like I said, as a gamer, that's something I've dreamt about ever since I started playing video games. And by the end of it, I really felt like I legitimately knew the characters more so than a lot of the other animes that I've seen. The only downside really to it, in my opinion, was the second part of it. I don't really want to spoil anything, but I felt like they could have done a better job with the second part of the story. However, the ending was really good. I really did like the ending, and I really hope they do come out with a second season. That it's been rumors, and it has a lot of light novels as well, so they could come out with another season. So I really hope they do. But yeah, let's keep going. At number 2, I have Angel Beats, and this show is what really got me into anime. I'm trying to think of when I watched. It was around summer 2012, and before watching this, I had never really been that hardcore of an anime fan as like I am now. I'd watched some things before it, but never really that much. And this show is definitely one of the most tear-jerking things that I've ever seen. It really makes you want to become a better person just by the care. I don't know how to explain it without. I'm trying to not spoil anything, so I'm just gonna keep that on a down low, but it definitely really wants you to become a better person. And I love how much of a bond the group of friends had, and just how much they went through just to help each other, and that's something that really touched me as well. And I really think it could have a second season. I think it should. However, season's 1 ending, I liked. If you watch, another tip that I have before I go into this, when you're watching an anime, make sure you watch through the end credits of the last episode. Half the time, some of the biggest things happen there. Just for like anything in general, even movies. That happens in movies as well. Like I said, the ending of Angel Beats, you have to, at the end of the credits on the last episode, I really did like that. I'm just like, oh, I really like that ending. So they could keep it like that, but I'd really like to see a second season to it. Don't want to spoil anything, so I was so close to talking about something. But anyways, number 1, I have Clannad After Story. I think that's how you pronounce it, Clannad. I honestly have no idea where to begin with this. This anime left me, when I'd finished it, I was just constantly thinking about it for like a couple weeks or something. And this anime definitely screwed with my feelings the most. I didn't know what to feel: happy, sad, depressed. It was just so weird. The anime that definitely made me cry the most out of everything that I've seen. And yeah, I will admit to crying for an anime. I mean, I've cried to a lot of them, and I'm not afraid to admit it, but it's definitely, I don't even know how to talk about it. Even if you're really not a fan of anime, I would definitely recommend this, that you at least watch this. It touched me in so many different ways, and no pun intended. But the soundtrack is really beautiful along with the story. It's definitely really easily relatable to a lot of the characters and to the story. This show has definitely changed my life forever, just the way that I think about things and just the way I want to live my life. It's weird, because if I tried telling this to people in real life, they would think that I'm crazy. Like, a cartoon show changes the way you think and everything makes you cry. Like, people think I'm crazy. This show definitely has changed the way that I think about things and just the way that I want to live my life. With that being said, that is my top 10 list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that I have quite a few anime fans subscribed to me, so that's why I thought that I would make this video. Hopefully I do more topics, thingies, next week, maybe I can make this a weekly series, who knows. If you have any suggestions for my next topics video, make sure to leave those in the comments. And if you have any suggestions on animes that I should watch too, I will probably make another video like this sometime within the year, because I'll be watching more shows and my list will probably update. But if you have any suggestions for me on things that I should watch that you enjoyed, you can leave those in the comments as well. And if you've seen any of the animes that I have on my list and you want to comment about them, feel free to do. I would love to read what you have to say about them. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Make sure you have a great day and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And yep, see you next time.